Therefore, there is a proverb.
The world is our house for all human beings are our brother and sister. To love them, to help them, to serve them are our duty in our religion.
This is contained within the 10 supreme virtues of Buddhism. All human beings are our mother. Sometimes we take birth as a man, sometimes as a woman. The Buddha once took... You have to experience the suffering yourself and also to see others suffer. Then you can feel compassionate towards yourself. Like the Buddha, he experienced suffering himself and he saw others suffer. He saw the suffering of birth, aging, and death. And then he felt compassion towards his son, his wife, his mother, and father, and all sentient beings throughout the world. One of our great kings always had compassion towards his subjects. He said the suffering of his subjects affected him more than his own suffering, because, quote, the suffering of the people is the suffering of the king. King Yayavarman VII, who constructed Angkor Thom, had such a feeling towards his people. The 4 faces of Angkor Thom represent loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. If we abide by these boundless qualities, then the war will end and happiness will follow. Illusion. To attain happiness, we must practice generosity, morality, and meditation, and thereby transcend the world.
In his book, Step by Step, the Venerable Mahaghosananda explains ways in which ordinary people
Breathing is very important. Without breathing, there is no life. Without breath, there is no body. If the body is controlled, the mind is controlled. If the mind is controlled, you have control over yourself. If the body is stilled, the mind can be mastered. When the mind is mastered, then you have mastered yourself. We are advised to be mindful and to understand the law of karma, that good deeds will bring happiness and bad deeds will bring suffering. If you kill, then ultimately you yourself get killed. Your life is shortened. Whereas if you don't kill, your life will be long. We always want a lot, but everything starts in a small way. We were born as tiny beings, and now we are adult. We want to reach the horizon in a few steps, and don't realize that the important thing is here and now. Breathing in, breathing out, word by word. We've just had a lot of words. Everything progresses by the same principle, step by step. Trees are very important. Like in the life of the Buddha was born under a tree, he found enlightenment under a tree, and he passed away under a tree. Our houses are built of timber, and trees provide us with fruit. We owe a lot to trees and to nature in general. Nature is very important.